Hello everybody, Anthony Gonzalez here with another weekly update. This week is Police Week, so we've been really fortunate to have police officers from all over the country here in DC lobbying on the Hill and just sharing their stories. We're so fortunate to have folks in each of our communities who are willing to serve and protect our great country and our communities and families, and so it's been awesome to have them here and visit with some of our local law enforcement here this week. With that in mind, I was excited to introduce a bipartisan, bicameral bill. We had Senator Brown from Ohio and Senator Inhofe on the Republican side to introduce our bill, and Kendra Horn on the Democrat side. And what this would do is provide $15 million over 3 years in grants to local law enforcement to help train on behavioral health issues. So 1 in 10 calls right now deal with mental health to the police departments, and so this would help improve training and access to training for our local law enforcement officials on that critical issue. So I was really excited about that. I try to do as many things bipartisan and bicameral as possible. It's hard to do, as you can imagine, so it was just really exciting that we were able to get that done. So now we got to get it to the floor and pass, and hopefully to the president's desk. Finally, we've had more healthcare bills and conversations here this week. I co-authored a letter, again bipartisan, with a colleague of mine from Maine, and what this letter would do would encourage Speaker Pelosi to separate the different healthcare bills that we're voting on this week. So basically, to kind of summarize this, there were a handful of bills that were being considered. They were going to be handled individually. The prescription drug bills, which would absolutely drive down the cost of prescription drug bills, those were all bipartisan. I co-sponsored one of them. I led on one of them, and I think those are great bills, and I would enthusiastically vote yes on all of them. Unfortunately, the Speaker has decided to combine those with additional bills that, quite frankly, very few Republicans, if any, are going to support them. And so the way that this works, and the way I'm thinking about it, is look, if you want to legislate, you want to get things done, let's go with the bipartisan packages that can pass the House, pass the Senate, and get to the president's desk. Let's actually take care of the American people. When you combine them and you turn it into a partisan fight, you know for sure it's not going to pass. So it'll pass the House for sure, but I doubt it will even be taken up in the Senate. And the problem with that, when you go down that path, is the American people suffer and they lose faith in this body. And so I was disappointed in that, and so I co-authored a letter with a Democratic colleague of mine that basically asked Speaker Pelosi, let's separate these bills so we can vote on them individually and actually have a chance of enacting law. I was happy to co-author that letter. There were a handful of other members on it. But that's my perspective. I'm here to actually work in a bipartisan way to get things done. When we go pure partisan, nothing happens. Sure, we pass messaging bills, but no laws ever change. And so that's frustrating for me, and I know it's frustrating for you. So with that, again, I just want to thank you for sending me here. God bless. Have a great week.